She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 23 of 31 days to internal satisfaction healing journey, sis. I am so sorry that this video is late, but y'all know I was coming. It is your favorite person, dating coach, Coach China T, also known as Arthur China T. And if you haven't already, then you need to make it on over to go ahead and grab one of my books, ebooks or paperback. That'll be ready. Yeah, so if you made it this far, still clock your T's. I'm proud of you. You're still choosing you. Before we get into our content, let's get our reminders out of the way really quick. Your healing is only as strong as your accountability, sis. So first and foremost, make sure you grab your copy of 31 Days to Internal Satisfaction, whether an ebook or paperback. I don't have to explain the importance of it. Y'all already know. And make sure you also got your copy of Never Date Just One, sis. It is your roster dating game plan so we can get back to dating the right way with options. But y'all already know what's inside. I don't need to go in detail about that. Then get your copy of Player Position, sis, so you can see exactly how Shantae used her roster to her advantage. You already know what this book is about. Don't need to go into detail about that. But on Friday, sis, you're toxic. I wouldn't date you either. Available in ebook, paperback. This is what you need. This is how you need to hold yourself accountable. Because, sis, you are toxic. Whether you believe it or not, you're going to need this, okay? You got to heal this. It's activities. It is things for you to do in here. This is just not a book to read. You have to do your work because you know I hold you accountable, sis. Get ready. And then our 3-book series, Divorce Not Desperate. Book 1 drops August 8th. Go ahead and get ready for this journey. This 90 days on this high seas. It's going to be everything that it should be, or maybe not. Personal limitations, sis. And I ain't talking about just boundaries. I'm talking about limitations. So let me flip this on you really quick. What limitations do you have in place to protect you from pain, from discomfort, from repeated trauma? Because here's the truth, sis, whether you want to know it or not, realize it or not. If you don't have limits, then people, jobs, and habits will keep pushing you to your boundaries until you break. And that's why some of y'all been out here feeling stuck, drained, used up, and empty, because you don't know when to say stop. Grab your copy of 31 Days to Internal Satisfaction and turn over to day 23. Limitations place restrictions on access into your life. In order to stop the trauma from affecting you negatively, you must create limits to yourself and your surroundings, sis. These maximums and minimums can be applied to many parts of your existence, including your physical, willpower, emotional, and financial. Setting limitations on your physical speaks directly to your energy. Are you allowing others to deplete your energy? Willpower limits connect with your self-discipline. Are you exercising enough or saving enough money? Willpower financial limits focus on a foundation you're building for your legacy. Are you putting things to what they need to be to make sure that your legacy is intact? Emotional limits help create boundaries in your trust and love. Have you set your personal limitations, sis? So let's break this down so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. First of all, physical limitations. Are you tired, sis? Do you keep saying yes when you just want to say no and you're just so worn out? Do you run yourself ragged trying to be everything to everybody, and y'all know y'all do? Set your physical limit. Protect your energy because no one else is going to do it. Now let's talk about the willpower limitations. Your willpower is your discipline. How disciplined are you, sis? Are you pushing through when you need to sit down? Or are you spending money every time you feel triggered instead of saving for your peace? Then we have the financial limitations that need to be set. How long are you going to keep working at that job that's robbing you of your spirit, your quality of life, and your paycheck? They don't even pay you enough. It's time to place a limit on how much you tolerate being underpaid and overworked. And then we have our emotional limitations, sis. And this is where a lot of y'all need to pick up the slack. If someone keeps making you cry or confusing you, what's your limit, sis? What's the expiration date for them in your life? When are you going to show them their way out? When are you going to tell them to leave? What is their limit? Because here's a problem. Most of y'all got boundaries, great, but you don't have any limitations set. Yep. Boundaries say don't do this. Limitations say if you do this, this is the consequence and I'm going to enforce it. Period. Point blank. That's why you need limitations and boundaries, which is standards. So here's an example. You meet a man. Things are going great. They start off very smooth. A couple of weeks in, his communication kind of shifts. You notice it. He's taking longer to text. He's calling you late night. You trying to figure out what's going on. Then he acting distant. Now, if you had set your limitation already, sis, you'd say, if this man continue acting weird like this one more week without any explanations, I'm getting the hell on. No talking yourself into staying. No waiting for potential, just action. Because you're not going to try to figure out what's going on there. But most of the time, y'all, you ignore it. And y'all hope it'll change. And then you let your emotions drag you past your limits. And the next thing you know, you're back in a trauma cycle. All because you forgot your own limits, your own rules, your own boundaries. Sis, when you going to start honoring your limits more than you honor everybody else's potential? That's going back to what? Putting yourself first. You need stop signs. Keep you some pink slips. You need that attitude that say, this is as far as this goes before I let go. Draw that line in the sand, and when they cross it, you don't move the line. You cut the access at the neck. Run around the chicken with the head cut off. Because everything we've done these past 22 days have led up to this, sis. You identified your pain. You owned your story. You embrace your image. You healed parts of your old self. Now it's time for you to start protecting the healed version of you. So we need limits. It's time to settle with the boundaries and the standards. And they must be intact, ironclad. They cannot fold, bend, waver, anything. So what is your financial limit? How much more can you afford to keep sabotaging your future? What's your emotional limit? How many more times will you let someone play in your face before you say enough? What's your mental limit? What's the last straw before you stop letting people manipulate your peace? What is your well-being limit, sis? When do you say, I matter too much to keep being around and keep coming second to everybody else? So I'm finna put me first. When? Because from here on out, if you don't limit access to your peace, your time, your energy, your body, your goals, then all of this healing we've done gonna just be for nothing. It's gonna get washed away by the people and the problems that don't deserve this version of you. We worked too hard to get here. You've been that other version too long. We're gonna sit here for as long as we can. We're gonna enjoy this position because you're her. Say it. I'm her. All right? Are you ready for today's assignment? Y'all know how we do. Go and find your quiet spot. Block out all noises, no distraction, no interruptions. Sit down, close your eyes. Inhale deeply, counting 1/1000s 5 times, filling your gut with air. Exhale slowly. And while you're exhaling slowly, say, I am her. I have limits to my love. I have limits to my well-being because I am her. And let that affirmation sit with you for the rest of the day, for the rest of the night, up until the video tomorrow. Because you're going to have to start knowing that without limitations, these people are going to keep trying you. And see, I be finding a lot of people in that same spot where they had me messed up. I wasn't going to let the people keep trying me. What? At the neck. You've come too far to go back to the open door access to your pieces. Limitations are your self-love language. Put them in place and protect the healed version of you at all costs. Tomorrow is day 24, and baby, we almost to the finish line. I'll see you then. Stay consistent. Keep going. Keep growing. And keep glowing. You are her. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Welcome to Chinatown. This is your host, Coach China T, who's also a known author. And as you can see here, I have several books that have been released and that are releasing over the next month and a half to 2 months. So make sure you head over to Amazon, get these ebooks. You can also get them in paperback at Lulu by clicking my website, china-t.com. Come follow me and learn more.